Good morning, class 7. We were reading chapter 6, How Things React with One Another. In this chapter, we have seen physical change, some activities which are based on physical change. We have understood about chemical change and some activities which are based on chemical change. We have seen some reactions of chemical change. We have understood rusting of iron. Now in this class we are going to read about crystallization. So students, open page number 79 in your science book and keep a pencil with you to underline hard words. Now I am going to read. Closely observe common salt and sugar. You will notice that all common salt and sugar particles are of uniform shape and size, that is almost cubical. Such uniform structure are called crystals. So if you look at the sugar and salt grains carefully, you will find that they have a fixed shape, that is almost cubic shape. This fixed shape is called a crystal. In a crystal, atoms are arranged in a regular pattern. The crystals of common salt, sugar, alum, etc. are obtained from the solutions of these substances in water by the process called crystallization. So the atoms of any crystal are interconnected in such a way that they form a cube shape. To get the crystals of sugar, salt or alum, their solution is dissolved in water and crystals are formed. This process is called crystallization. During crystallization, a solid is first dissolved in water, then the water in the solution formed is allowed to evaporate. By this method, large crystals of pure substances can be obtained. So in the crystallization process, the solid is completely dissolved in water and after heating, water evaporates and then the entire solid crystal forms. Seawater contains salt. Salt is obtained by collecting seawater in shallow ponds. The water gets evaporated under the heat of the sun and solid salt is left behind. Seawater contains salt. To obtain salt from seawater, seawater is kept in a shallow pond so that sunlight can be gained by it. After getting the heat of the sun, water becomes evaporates and solid salt is left behind. Let us perform activity 6.9 to understand crystallization. Turn this page. Activity 6.9. To perform this activity, we have an aim to observe the process of crystallization. We have a procedure. First, you have to take 50 milliliter of distilled water in a 100 milli beaker. Then you have to add 2 to 3 drops of dilute sulfuric acid to it, and then you have to heat it over a burner or stove. Next, when it starts burning, you have to add a small amount of copper sulfate powder to it. After it, you have to stir it continuously to dissolve. Stir means to mix. And then you have to continue adding copper sulfate powder till no more copper can be dissolved. And then carefully filter the hot solution. Then you have to leave it undisturbed overnight. What do you observe? Observation. You will observe clean blue crystals of copper sulfate at the bottom of the beaker. Inference: crystals of copper sulfate are formed by the process of crystallization. So in this activity, you saw that when you boiled the distilled water and put copper sulfate powder in it, after this when you keep it for the entire night to cool down, you will find that some crystals of copper sulfate have formed, which shows process of crystallization. Now students, you have to do mind scrambler, which is your homework in your book, and you have to write definitions and hard words of this chapter. So that's all students. In the next time we will do its exercises. So thank you class.